Hello, in this video we're going to go through our Unruly Classroom Manager. This is where you set up your groups, make profiles, and do your kind of more advanced classroom management. So in our Unruly portal, we're going to head to the Manage button, and this will open in a new tab our Classroom Manager window. Classroom Manager app, you could call it. This Classroom Manager, you're going to sign into the same way you sign into the Unruly app. So in my case, I'm Unruly Teacher, and my app password is there. But whatever yours is, school name splatters, something, something. You sign in just like you're signing into the app, but this is the teacher version. So when you sign into here, you'll only see the Classroom Manager stuff. Now, my account and our Unruly Teacher account here, we have a ton of profiles and groups already pre-populated. Yours, when you first log in, you probably won't see any groups on the left-hand side or really any profiles here. That's okay. There's a bunch of different ways that you can go about adding profiles, or you can also ask us for help if you need to get your classroom set up for the year. To get started, I'm going to make myself a new group. I have a few already, but let's make a new group like I have a new class that I'm trying to support. So when I click my new group button, which is on the left-hand side, I get the option to name my new class and give it a color. So whatever color this is, all of the profiles that are in that group are also going to share that color in the app. I'm going to make my new class blue. So now I've made my new class. It shows up on the left-hand side as a group. It's right in the middle. This group doesn't have any profiles in it because I just made it. There's no profiles anywhere yet. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my ungrouped profiles, which are at the top. Any profile in your account, again, this is at your whole school that doesn't have a group, will be right here at the top. And you can search for them by name. You can find them alphabetically. I'm going to take Coral Bumblebee, who should be in my new group that I just made, and move them to my group. And you can do this with multiple profiles at the same time, but every profile has next to it the ability to edit it, to move it, or to delete it. So for this one, I'm going to move it with the folder arrow. That folder arrow gives me the ability to move my profile to a different group. So rather than being ungrouped, it's going to go into my new group, my new class. When I click Move Profile, it'll make that change and put Coral Bumblebee in my new class. So this is if you wanted to move one student from a class to another, or someone made a new profile in the wrong place, you make a little change, you can do it by profile and make little changes like that. Now, Coral Bumblebee, I don't think I need that one. I'm going to add a new one for myself. When I click Add a New Profile, it will show me all of the different ways we have to add new profiles. Now, that could be importing a new profile from a Google Classroom. When you click that, you'll be prompted to log into your Google Classroom to get your rosters. You can import from a CSV file, which is a very simple like a spreadsheet, a very simple file that you can import your student names and their usernames. Again, we don't have individual student passwords. You don't have to worry about generating those. Or you can just manually create a profile. So when I hit manually create a profile, it just gives me the same ability, just like the app, to generate a new username, add it to my group, and hit create. Now, let's say there's an extra profile, a student made an extra one. I don't need this profile anymore. I can just hit delete, which is on the profile level, little trash can, and then I can delete. If I have a profile that I want to save for later, so say there's a student that's coming back to class or needs to kind of take a pause for a while, I can add that profile to our archived group. Every account in its account list has its archived group in addition to its ungrouped one. Any profiles that you put into your archived group will still be in your account. They'll still have all of their games in them, but you won't be able to see them in the app anymore. So again, this is for a student who may need to come back to their profile later. You want to just hide it from the students for now. You can just put it in the archived group on the Classroom Manager, and and it's saved for just you or just for the future when you need it. And that's the high points. So that's the Classroom Manager. In the top right-hand corner, there's a help doc you can click into, which has our FAQ and some helpful tips and tricks about the Classroom Manager. You can change some preferences. Suit in beta, we have some preferences to modify your classes for everyone. Also in the Preferences tab of our Classroom Manager here is the ability to rename your splats. So if you want to take your splats and give them a new name that you see in your web app, you can just click the rename splats. It'll take you through that process step by step. And other than that, it's up to you how you and your co-teachers at your school are going to organize your groups and your profiles. Very often we use one group per class with one profile per student. So you'd have like fourth period, third period, second period groups, each one full of every student having their own profile with their first name and last name being the two parts of that profile. But if you're in the younger grades, say you're like in kindergarten, first, second, third grade, you may not want students to each have their own named profile in your account. You can just use a classroom profile. So we use those classroom profiles all the time. All of the students can log into a classroom profile, load up games, play, learn that way as well. Or as they get older, when they want to save games, that's when you'd want to have them have their own profiles. Again, if you ever need help adding profiles to your account, help with questions about profiles and classroom management, don't hesitate to reach out to us at the School Success Team or to click this helpful chat bot in the bottom right-hand corner. And that was the high level and the fast walkthrough of our Classroom Manager. Thanks for coming. And again, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.